Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight I want to discuss a very hot topic that's been in the news a lot that I haven't been able to talk about in a while because, well, we've been in a bear market for most of the year. But with the return of a bull market, we have the return of the clown market slash meme stock investor phase. And we're seeing that again. The latest meme stock that popped up was Bed Bath and Beyond. And the funny thing, this one didn't have much of a runway because after the shoot up for about a month, it crashed back down very quickly because some of the top investors in it pulled out of it um, this week, and it crashed pretty quickly. So it was like a pretty fast crash and burn phase. But I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna analyze the stock, and then I'm gonna go over the now pretty famous story about the college student that made $110 million in this just trading it, while in school. And stories like this kind of infuriate me and motivate me at the same time because I feel like it's like playing the lotto with better odds than winning the lotto. But one day I feel like I don't know, maybe I'll hit one of these out of the park and make videos about it, and I can be like, the Dogecoin millionaire, except with a stock and be the next social media guru and make great money doing it. But anyway, we'll get into that in a second. But I just want to go over why, first of all, why this company is not a good investment and why this clearly was a meme stock and why this became the latest meme stock. I don't know. I mean, I think really the GameStop and the AMCs of the world made more sense to me at the beginning of last year. Because those were companies that kind of have a nostalgia to them, and I think that there were a lot of retail investors that got in. They used their stimulus checks and got into them, and it became like a fun thing to do. You had like a kind of not a cult following, but there was like a group think, so to speak, with people trying to get in and save companies that they kind of came up with. And I mean, like GameStop, I mean, I can relate to that. I mean, I was a fan, back when they were probably much more mainstream than they are now. But that one really, and I did videos on that too. I haven't done an AMC video, but GameStop has kind of held its higher price ever since that meme stock phase, I guess, came to an end. If it did come to an end, GameStop actually split 4-for-1 recently. But anyway, this video is not about those companies. This is about Bed Bath and Beyond. And like I say, this makes less sense to me as far as a meme stock than the others. I mean, if I was throwing darts at a dartboard, um, I don't even think the dart would land on Bed Bath and Beyond if I were trying to guess like what the next meme stock company would be. So whatever, why this one became the next meme stock, I don't know. But anyway, so let's look at the past year or so, and the stock had really collapsed from its 52-week range. It was at $30.14 for its 52-week high, but I actually have not followed the stock hardly at all. It's just not a company that intrigues me very much. So let's go back 5 years, and the price was around $21 a share or so. Kind of crashed back down to 9 or 10, came back up in 2019, and then got hit really hard by the pandemic, which I remember happening. They laid off a lot of people and stuff, and then it came back and rebounded really nicely above where it was over the last 4 years before then, and then held steady for a while. Here's this stupid thing again. There we go. Fidelity keeps popping up on my Yahoo feed. So if they want to keep popping up there, I'll just move my face over it. Okay, so, and then it started dropping after the November highs. Actually started crashing before then, down to 14 $16, shot up again at the beginning of this year. Really, the performance doesn't make a lot of sense in this. So if we go, yeah, in August it peaked out. March it shot up again. Then it dropped all the way down to like $5 a share, June 27th, and then by July 25th, enter meme stock phase. So if we go a month back, this is when this all started, late July. And like I said, I would have never guessed, in my wildest dreams that, Bed Bath and Beyond is going to be the next hot, meme stock. Of course, if you get into a meme stock like this, I mean, you can't really time these, and you're definitely not trading fundamentals. You're trading hype. when it comes to stuff like this. But so this started shooting up, and by early August, it was up to like $10 or $11, and then it really caught my attention. I want to say last week or maybe last Friday, and this is where the most like precipitous growth, not growth, but just run up in the stock price came in. August 15th to the 16th, it shot up from, well, it doubled in a day actually, and then came back down almost immediately, then shot back up again. And then from the 16th to the end of the week, look at this. This was almost just in 1 week. This pretty much shot up and then crashed. So I don't even know how something like this is legal, honestly. Because look at that, $14 and then down to like 10.93, down to 11.03. That's pretty crazy. But you can look fundamentally. Earnings per share is at -6. 1 year target estimate 370. Let's look at earnings. I'm sure it's been missing earnings quite a bit. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters of missed earnings. Look at that. And they missed profoundly in the second quarter. Third quarter earnings are due out September 28th. So yeah, there's like no fundamentals to really go on. And I'm not even going to bother looking at the balance sheets and stuff like that. Because yeah, this is pretty much garbage. But it became the latest meme stock. Now let's look at this article here from the Washington Post. 20-year-old student makes 110 million trading meme stock Bed Bath & Beyond. Jake Friedman had amassed a 6.2% stake in the struggling housewares chain before the share price skyrocketed. Now, your first question might be the same as mine. How does a college student like this get enough money to take out a 6.2% stake in a struggling company? And what did he know that we didn't know? So let's see. He bought 4.96 million shares at $5.50 each. Where's the phone? Over here. Darn it. I'm supposed to have this in front of me when I do videos. Well, 550, let's see here. 4.96 million shares at 550 each through a Wyoming-based holding company he set up. Interesting. Wow. A day when the stock spiked above $27 a share before closing at 2065, he sold his stake. The Financial Times reported that his holdings were worth more than 130 million at the time. That's incredible. And I guess there's another related article here. Oh, this is a PDF file. Oh, this is actually the filing with the SEC, I guess. Let's see. Date of event. Interesting. He's got a form here that's attached to the article where it shows the shares he bought, filed with the SEC. I guess this was his company, FCM BBBY Holdings. So he must have known Freeman Capital Management LLC. So he founded an LLC and traded under this. And obviously that's partly for tax purposes. When you can trade as an LLC and get some decent benefits. I've actually thought about that myself if I was to become a full-time trader, but the way the market's done this year threw a bit of a monkey wrench in my plans, should I say. So this was, wow, it's cool that this was attached to this news article here. Let's see how many, I thought that number would be here, but let me find my phone real quick. I thought it was up here. I'll be right back. Okay, I actually wasn't planning on doing a video tonight, but I just need to churn them out faster, and I've been off schedule for quite a while. So my phone was on the other end of the house over there. So let's see, 4,960,000 times 5.5. So this guy had like 27,280,000 to be exact in the stock to begin with, and he turned it into $130 million. So he profited 110 million, which I could have figured out just by doing that. But I want to be precise in my calculations, when I say stuff on this channel. But my burning question now is, how in the heck did this guy amass that kind of money as a college student? I'll have to research this more because I'm quite intrigued now. But anyway, I just wanted to mainly make this video to point that out. And for anybody questioning if this is a good investment. It's certainly not. It's a meme stock, and it looks like the meme stock phase is over. So anybody watching, I would say, please don't put your money into this. I think it would be a mistake. Um, there's nothing really fundamental to back up a run up in this stock. It just, like I said, with the return of a bull market, a lot of the investing clowns or retail investors, not, I'm not calling retail investors clowns, but a lot of the more clownish element of the investing community kind of comes out, kind of resurfaces and buys into crap companies like this. And then they trend in the news, and an unsavvy investor may think, wow, this stock's going up, let me get into it. And then you can get sucked into a meme stock trap and lose a lot of money. So just please don't do that, I would say. And with that being said, there's options on Bed Bath & Beyond too. I think that would be, definitely don't buy the stock. Definitely don't do options on it, I would say. Um, well, look at that. Yeah, I think everybody would have lost big time on the ones expiring Friday. Let me just, I said I wasn't going to go into fundamentals, but let me just look just for fun here. Um, how Bed Bath & Beyond's been doing. Look at this. Total revenue's been declining year over year consistently for the last 4 years. Revenue, cost of revenue is going down, profitability is going down. Everything's moving in the wrong direction. Operating income, yeah, look at this. They were profitable in 2019, and they've just been consistently moving in the wrong direction. So yeah, I would say avoid this company at all costs. And yeah, meme stocks, I would not recommend trying to time those or trying to guess which ones there are. But if you see a trend like this and you think you can get in, it would be nice to hit something like this. I think for me, if anybody ever asks me if I've, been able to do something like this, the closest that I ever came was a company called Green Mountain Coffee, which makes the Keurig, the little cups that go in the Keurig. And they're no longer a public company. They went private, and I had no idea that this was coming. But when they announced they were going private, the stock like doubled overnight. And I had just got back into the stock after I got out of it. I sold, this had to be back in like 2014 or 15, my early days as an investor. I sold Green Mountain Coffee because I read a stupid Jim Cramer article, where he thought that he said something stupid, which what's new there? I did a video on him too. Not a big fan. But he said something that, oh, their revenue is, their earnings were great this quarter, but like this is their last hurrah, they're going to start dropping. So I think I sold based on reading some of that. And I misunderstood at the time, like Warren Buffett says, never trade headlines. Well, I did, still made like 30%, but should have stayed in it. But later in that year, that might've been 2015, I got back in because I saw what a good company it was and stuff like that. And then the stock had started dropping. So I got back in because I thought it was a good price. Well, the stock ended up doubling overnight, like weeks after I got back in, because they announced they were going private. So that's probably the closest that I've ever had to a taste of like a meme stock phenomenon. And it was pretty exciting. But with anything like that, if you do hit it, you're always going to wish that you had more in it. But of course, it could have gone against you. And say you had, like in my case, I think I put like two or 3,000 into it. So I doubled in like a couple weeks, like that. So what did I make? Maybe another 2 or 3,000, maybe 2,500. But yeah, when that happened, of course, I was like, oh man, I wish I had a lot more, but that could have always gone the other way. So that's always kind of like, that's how you're going to feel. That's like the investor's conundrum when it comes to meme stocks or stocks that do things like that. Now, options on that, which I had no clue about options back then, of course, but options on that would have been nice. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to say there. So hashtag end rant. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much. And I am going to do a video on my ad revenue for July, but I'm waiting until I finally actually get paid by YouTube. I still haven't been paid yet. I thought it was coming on the 20th, but maybe it's the 21st, or maybe my bank just won't post it till the 22nd. But whenever I do that, I want to do the video and actually show that, wow, this isn't just, this isn't just in the analytics tab here. Like I actually got paid this. So that's what I'm waiting for on that. Keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it should come in the next day or two. And thanks again for watching. Take care.